Yeah. Oh, really?
Cause like, apparently like there was a issue with the storage system. So like if he didn't give out the vaccines, then they would just go to waste,
Uh-huh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So he just called people that he knew, like his neighbors and stuff, and
Oh,
like
okay.
vaccinated them. But then later
Uh-huh.
on, like the hospital like fired him for like breaking protocol or something, even though he informed them already. And then they said, yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Oh, that's so terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, we are officially
So,
Yeah.
live. Yeah.
Hello, world.
no, hello, no more controversial topics.
Well, we were live like 20 seconds ago. Or 40
Oh,
seconds
you're
ago.
Oh.
like,
Yeah, it's okay. No one's in yet, anyway.
I
No,
don't
but
think
when you
it's
upload it to YouTube, they'll see it.
controversial.
That is true.
I don't think what we're talking about was that controversial, really.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
How about you guys? Is there any vaccines in Malaysia yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it arrived like last week, or was it earlier this
Mm-hmm.
week?
Has Andrew gotten
Mm-hmm.
it
And then
yet?
he registered. I don't think he's gotten it yet.
Oh, okay.
So now everyone can register.
Uh-huh.
But then like frontliners will get it first, and then after
Uh-huh.
that followed by elderly and high risk people, and then after that's pretty much everyone. But you can
Oh,
register
frontliners. Mm-hmm.
like doctors and all that lah. So right now you can register. It's just that if
Mm-hmm.
you're not part of those like the first or second batch, then
Mm-hmm.
you
They
just
won't
wait
call
lah.
you.
But I mean they won't call you, but your name's there.
Okay.
What if you don't register?
I see.
It's 100% voluntary, so you don't have
Oh,
to.
really?
Yeah, you don't have to get it if you don't want to. But then, uh, I guess if you want to travel, then they might not let you travel lah, because some countries might need you to have a vaccine passport.
Uh, I see.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I thought that the health frontline people already got it in Malaysia, but I guess
Oh,
they
our
haven't
president, well,
yet.
not president, our prime minister and the health director general got it ready.
Well, I mean, he did so much.
There was a bit of like controversy about the prime minister,
Why?
Yeah.
like whether
Okay, that's
or
true
not
controversial
he.
topic.
No. I mean, it's whether or not he actually took the vaccine. Even though it was
Oh.
like, I think it was live stream, was it?
I have
Or
no
at least
idea.
like there were a lot of media there lah. So,
Mhm.
peop-
I mean, oh,
so
you
apparently
know,
when
it could have
you
been injected with like saline, right?
true, but then I mean, people weren't debating about the contents of the need the injection, right? So they saw him. So they saw the person administering the vaccine. She took out like
Mhm.
a syringe that had like a
Mhm.
blue tip, right? And then
Mhm.
they. So apparently, when you use the blue tip, is to withdraw the vaccine from the bottle, because it's a thicker needle, so you can take out more, right? And then
Mhm.
when it's time to inject, you're supposed to swap it out for like orange tip syringe needle,
Mhm.
sorry, which is thinner, and it's supposed to
Uh-huh.
cause like less bruising. It's like less painful lah.
Mm.
So people were
Uh-huh.
saying like that they swapped out the vaccine, or like he didn't really get it because like how come your needle was blue now it's orange, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's
So it
really
wasn't even
cool.
about the contents of
Yeah.
the syringe, right? It's like the needle thing. Which I agree with
Well,
Andrew. Like, that's quite like a dumb thing to get, you know, fixated on.
I mean,
thanks for dispelling fake news. I would have known that.
yeah. I mean, most
Yeah.
people wouldn't know. I would assume.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know until you just said it today.
Yeah. Ah, I learn something every day.
Why does your shirt say Fendi?
Oh, where Fendi?
Isn't it Fila?
No, there's a brand called Fendi.
No, the F looks like the Fila F.
Oh, right. Well, it's Pasama.
Oh. Oh, I thought it was like
These really
a
like
sub brand or
it's a
something.
coach, right? Or like a collab.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
the and Fila X.
Oh, when I hear Fendi, I think of that Mona Fendi. You know.
Oh,
Huh?
the Bomo.
Yeah, that crazy.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
she was like a singer. She
The
used to be a
Bomo.
singer.
She's a. Oh right, yeah. Before she became. No wait. Was she a Bomo
Then
or
she
she
like
went to
sold her
City?
soul or something. Wait, let me look it up. We can't spread fake news here.
Exactly. But what's a
But
Bomo?
she's dead already, right? I think like
She was
she's like
executed after being
yeah.
convicted for the murder of a politician. So after leaving
Oh,
the music business, she became involved in black magic activities and was known to be a bomo or a local shaman.
is that?
Yeah, Bomo's like
Oh,
a shaman.
Yeah, she
And
began.
actually
oh,
I actually always associated Bomos with like witch doctors, less of a shaman.
What's the difference?
fascinating.
Uh shaman sounds more holistic, you know, like very uh
Healing.
yeah, like healing stuff, right? Witch doctor sounds like black magic-ish.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I mean, they both sound like bogus classes in the real world. But yeah, anyway, she
Mhm.
began offering her services to clients, mostly from the upper class society. She also claimed to have provided politician clients in the ruling party with a variety of charm and talismans. So yeah,
Mhm.
she was convicted for the murder of a politician.
So like through black magic or like actual murder?
Okay, wait, let's
Because
the
She
murderer.
like I thought she like chopped up the body or something.
Yeah. Uh,
oh, so actual murder.
yeah,
Because I was thinking if
actual
they
murder.
accused her of witchery, that's like very terrible. But
Oh no. I think they found where I'm reading the case. She and her husband were arrested, and then why were they convicted? Uh, okay, an appointment was made for cleansing rituals to be performed at her house, and she was told to lie. Mazlan was told to lie on the floor face up while Mona placed flowers on him. She told Mazlan to close his eyes and wait for money to fall from the sky. Juraimi then, using
Mhm.
an axe, chopped Mazlan's head off. They also dismembered and partially skinned his body. His body was found in 18 parts, buried in a storeroom near Mona's house in Kampung Perwas. Yeah. So they killed this
Yeah.
Mazlan guy and chopped him up and buried him
Uh-huh.
in like nearby places. Yeah.
Gee.
Uh-huh.
But did they think they were gonna get away with it? Like this doesn't seem like a very efficient way of murdering someone.
Yeah, I don't know. This was back in 93. Yeah.
Oh, this is a long time ago. Okay.
It's 93 that long ago. You know, I used to think people born in like
Yes.
1990 were so young. Now I realize that they
Yeah.
are already 30 years old, like my sister.
Yeah.
And now, like, people born in the 2000s are already in the 20s. Like, it's
I
crazy.
know. Exactly. That's full adults who are not alive during 9/11 or
Like sometimes
something.
on Instagram, like you see people put there in their bio, like born in like 2000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like
Mm-hmm.
thinking like, man, it's quite young, right? Then I think about it, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, they're about 21. Like not as young as I
Mm-hmm.
thought, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought like, you know, born in 2000s means like, oh, they're like a teen, you know.
Yeah,
But
I
no.
mean, it used to be that way for the
Yeah,
longest
yeah.
time.
Well, I mean, back in 2015, they would have been teens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
speaking of time flying, like, don't you feel this year has gone by so quickly? Like, it's already March next week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, so I
Like,
was offered to renew my like current contract by my
oh,
boss.
good. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
like,
like,
it's not like I
eh.
was doing anything to like get fired or what. But yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, so yeah, you know, I don't have to worry about a job for the next year. Well, this year.
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
I think they can still fire you, right?
Yeah, they can, of course. I mean, assuming I do something like worthy of getting the fire. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like you work so hard, so it would be not smart of them to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a growth industry.
Sorry,
Gaming. Growth
uh-huh.
industry.
What a gross
Yeah.
industry.
No, growth.
Okay.
GROWTH.
Well, it's kind
Yeah.
of gross, you know,
I
with
feel
all
like
the sexism and
That's
harassment.
in everything. That's in
Is it?
everything.
I don't know. Well, at least it's always in the spotlight, like these gaming companies. Like recently it
Mm-hmm.
was Riot again, right? They're getting sued.
Again?
Yeah. I mean, it's all like X stuff, like
Uh,
coming forward
yeah.
at different points in
But I
time.
think like the whole industry, like it's very similar to me, like to like academia and labs and stuff, or like in the restaurant industry. There's just some industries that's like so hierarchical that I'm not surprised that this kind of thing happened.
Hmm.
But I
But
mean,
like,
like recently
Yeah.
in WoW,
hmm
Mm-hmm.
there's been like some controversy too.
oh,
Like a lot
In
of like
WoW.
there've been some people have been posting screenshots of like guild chats on Discord and stuff
hmm
of people being like racist and stuff.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
As in like
yeah, it's a time for
big time
reckoning.
people or like just random.
Um, they're not like the top guilds, but
Yeah.
like they're big enough lah, for people
Okay.
to like sit up and take notice, not just like a random group of friends playing together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Like, what do you think the
Well,
correct action is in this case? Should they be banned? Should they
I
be
mean, if you're
reprimanded?
making,
Because it's like private chat, right? I mean, I'm not saying it's okay to be racist, but
I mean, I don't think they're actually violating Blizzard's terms of services, right?
yeah,
Because it's
mhm.
like just a private chat.
yeah.
So I don't think they can be banned.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like
they
but
can
it
be
making it public
shamed.
makes they're shamed. So
Yeah. I mean,
maybe like
it
other
becomes a bad
guilds
look.
will stay away from them. Yeah.
I mean, it'll be like,
I guess it's a bad look for the game also lah. Like like WoW is like filled with all these people.
yeah.
I mean that's what people might take
Mm.
away from it lah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like the more effective ways to talk to that person privately and not like shame them. I don't think shame really makes people change.
Mm-hmm.
And like I can see that makes them go away for a while in the best case scenario. But I
I think
think if
shaming people like it's not a very good solution because it just means they got caught, right? It doesn't mean like they're actually
right.
sorry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just
Actually,
sorry
it
they
is
got caught.
reminding me. Like, well, this came out with a conversation with friends last night. We were saying, "Oh, you gotta give me room to get off the stage," like the Chinese phrase, like laughed
No.
hard.
What?
Like,
Oh,
oh, that's when your. I think Georgia doesn't come up for you, but like my friend, like she was saying how, oh, no one talks to me in a Lyft or Uber ride, and then
Okay.
the wife was like, oh, it's because you're not friendly.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, it's because I go during commute hours and stuff. And wife was like giving her another dig. And she was like, no, you have to give me room to get off the stage because now you're just making me feel awkward. So it's like, in like at least in Chinese culture and many other Asian cultures, right? Someone is like talking themselves into like a corner, helping themselves into a corner, you have
Mm-hmm.
to let them have a
oh,
way out and get out of the
oh.
awkward situation just to be polite, right?
Yeah.
George is
But did
like,
she say
huh?
it
What is that?
in
I
English
can't.
or what?
No, we were trying to explain it in like in Chinese. Like we say this, so
Oh,
it was a mix of like Asian and white people on the call. So yeah, but I feel like that's the same way
that's
here.
like
It's like
that's an interesting saying.
yeah, yeah. But that's why I don't like shame is you're not giving people room to get off the stage, and sometimes people get even more mad or like more rude or whatever.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean some people actually double down when they get caught out.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, but this,
So
I mean,
I'd
she's
rather not have
complaining
that.
about people not approaching her or talking to her.
Oh, I mean the situation is not even it's not even important. It was kind of like like this is teasing her, I think, for
Okay.
not getting people to chat up. But the thing is it a really good thing? Because my face, like random people on the street will ask me to like what directions, take a photo for them. Like I have to come sweet things. Face. Sometimes it can be like I don't know, a little inconvenient. I just
I
want to be
mean, it just
ignored.
means like you look approachable, like friendly.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I don't think it means like I'm a better person because, like, I feel like Yu Hong never gets it because she looks kind of like, mean. sometimes. It's like from the outside, but she's actually a much nicer person on the inside.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like that's what people don't understand. Is there's no correlation between how you look.
Oh
Like you
yeah,
can
for
be
sure.
approached or not, and like whether you're a good person or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of gaming, did I tell you guys about Valheim last week? I forgot.
Yeah, you mentioned
It's
it.
the
Yeah.
Viking game. Yeah. Oh man, like now I'm like totally behind because my friends would play and play and play, and then now they're like building portals and like built a moat and put a sea monster in there, and it's like
Don't you share the
just
world
like
with them?
sudden advance. I do, but the thing is, if I'm not logged in and playing, then I'm like, oh guys, I need leather to make leather stuff. And then they're like, we're in Bronze Age now. And I'm like, oh okay. I guess I should look for bronze. I'm like constantly super behind. It's like playing WoW, and then you go, I'm still level 10, and everyone's already gone to level 40, and I'm like, oh, okay, guys.
What is the goal of Valheim?
Um, so so far, oh yeah, by the way, when our one rule for this private server is no spoilers. So I don't actually know,
Oh, okay.
but so far, what we do is like we come across these shrines for like ancient gods, and then like actually like Sam, you will love the story. It's very similar to American gods, and then you make an offering and that summons them. And then you after you defeat it, you get their power. So for this like god dear god called Eikthyr, you get like super speed or something, and you can activate for like 5 minutes, so that you don't have to walk forever
Yeah.
to get to some place. But the thing is, once you do that, then it starts to activate, like it angers them, and then like an event will get activated every once in a while based on that god. So like now like swarms of like baddies would appear every once in a while and destroy your base or try to destroy your base, and it becomes like a tower defense game because you have to build all these walls and fences and whatnot so that they don't come.
Do they only come
So
when like people are logged in?
yeah, only when people logged in, and usually sometime I think maybe at night it tends to happen.
Okay.
But they'll warn you. It'll be like the forest is moving, and then like suddenly they just swarm.
Huh.
So and then they did like the swamp one, and where I think now they're getting like swamp monsters or something like that. So it's just that's how they scale the difficulty of the game. So as you keep activating these powers, you get a bit stronger, but then the game starts to have more random events that happen too. So
Oh,
it's very
okay.
clever.
Right. Sounds fun.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. Like I think people are starting to get burned out. I see the messages, and they're like, "Oh, I'm tired. Play too much."
Uh,
It's a time sink. There's so many things you can do in the game. It's like like it's a World of Warcraft, all the other like bullshit side things that you can do, but like more of that, and like a little bit less of dungeon raiding.
okay.
But yeah, so I still highly recommend the game. I think that the one downside is that it can be kind of buggy. So this happened to my friend two of my friends where they died, but then they couldn't pick up items back from the dead body. And,
Oh.
that's like the worst.
Yeah.
It's always the best items.
Well, I guess it's
But
early
then like
access, right? So.
it's early access, and then what we do is like okay, this is the one time when we look up the cheat code for the items because you can actually do it kind of like SimCity where you can cheat your items back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then recreate all the items. But
You
can
apparently
cheat in a
they come back
multiplayer
as
game?
low level.
It's,
So in a private server instance, for us we
Oh,
can
okay,
do
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
I think maybe in single player you can probably do it too. But I don't know how to actually I don't even know if it's an option to be in a big world with a ton of people,
I
or if
don't
it's
think
only
so. I
like
think
small
it's like
servers.
private. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
Minecraft, Terraria, or something. Just.
Yeah. Well, if you guys ever want to play, come join our server and I'll introduce you to all the items. I'm sure we have so much time to do
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of time, can we talk about our writing a little earlier since I have to
Yeah,
pop
yeah.
off a little earlier today?
Sure.
All right. The
Let me.
best one starts, so that'll be sing it.
Okay.
Okay. What do you want to know?
How did you come up with your story this time?
I don't know. Like
Self-prompted.
when, I actually thought of the story idea like really early,
Mm-hmm.
but then I thought like seems a bit like I don't know. To me, it felt a bit cliche-ish. So I was like hesitating whether or not I should write it. But then
Mm-hmm.
like, I couldn't think of anything better before today. So I was like, oh, okay, lah, let's just go with it.
It's so interesting to me that I think you often think your writing is cliche, but to me it never is actually.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I can see. I mean, obviously, it's a story that's been told before. I think it's a like so. Your story is about Lucifer, and the promise like we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, like, but the thing is, I didn't know where you were gonna put the prompt in until the very end, and I actually
Oh,
didn't know like where you were going with this story until the very end, in a good way, like oh, I'm pleasantly surprised kind of way.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So I feel like the theme of of a god creating a controversial creature and loving it is like very New Gaiman, which I think I don't think it's a bad cliche.
I don't know.
It's
I
been
mean, I guess
online.
I draw a lot of my inspiration from his writing style and his stories. So
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like well, maybe the story itself not so cliche, but the idea maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, cause I keep like going back to him, so I feel like it's like overused.
Oh, but do you believe in the whole Elizabeth Gilbert like theory that the stories come to us and we don't make them? So it's like this story keeps us the one that wants to be written, so therefore no other stories came.
Oh well, I mean, I'm not sure. Is this supposed to be like a scientific thing?
Oh
Or is it
no,
like
no, it's a woo woo witch doctor thing.
oh uh
It's a FOMO of the
yeah.
writing.
Well, I mean, I guess I guess I can subscribe to that idea.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually quite a nice thing to think about. You know, stories
Hmm.
choose you, not you choose them.
Hmm.
Yeah, like it's like a story looking for the right author to tell it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that
I
kind of
mean, in
I'll
quote.
her
take
book,
that.
she has all these. Oh, go on.
Oh no, no, I'm just saying that kind of quote reminds me of like how when you're successful, you can say anything.
Oh,
Right? Like like all these musicians who are like, oh, I quit my day job to pursue my dream. That's why I'm here now.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about the like thousand other people who quit their day jobs and don't get anywhere, right? Like, yeah,
huh.
like
Hmm.
it's advice from it's successful advice because the people are successful. Like,
Hmm.
like it's like a bias. Yeah, like how I talked
That's
about
true.
before. We perceive,
But what if
like humans perceive the same thing differently based on the result and so
hmm
on. Yeah, but yeah, go on.
yeah. I like it. I like your neuroscience angle to my woo-woo story. Uh,
No, but I mean, like the same advice can be interpreted like different ways, right? I can't remember who said it. It was, I think it was Stephen King, right? If you have an idea,
hmm
don't write it down, because if it's good, it'll stick. Or is it George R. R. Martin? I
Yeah.
can't, right? And
No, no.
then someone
I
lah,
think it might be Stephen King because
right?
I
Someone
read it.
wrote
I read
that?
that before. Yeah.
Yeah. And then someone else, whenever you come out with a good idea, make sure you write it down, so you don't
Yeah.
get. Yeah.
That's why I was
So,
like,
I mean,
it depends on the person's memory. Like, I have a bad memory. I better write it down
but
if it's
if
gonna be
it's like
gone.
so fucking good, you won't forget it, right? That's the like
I think
counterpoint.
it's
I
I think
suppose.
it's like when you want to buy something
Mm-hmm.
and then they say, oh, you shouldn't do an impulse buy. You should like give it like a week or something.
Yeah.
And like if you still want it,
Mhm.
then that's when you should buy it, like, cause then it starts being an impulse already.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
in a way, yeah, I see that both sides have a good point, but then I also agree
Mhm.
that if it's like a story that you are really passionate about, then it will stick.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, so as I was like, I already warned both of you that I was gonna write 5 sentences this week because I have no time.
Yeah.
And I jotted a few, and then to be honest, that structurally that paragraph didn't actually work if you think about the characters. But then as I was writing this, I was starting to weave in actually a really old story I wrote for NaNoWriMo, like maybe no, maybe not last year, but I think the year before.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually trying to reuse some of the like or at least like remember some of the details in my story and like start fitting the story from last week in with this old story.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I guess it's a story that wants to be told again. I need to like clean it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's another like pharma themed story, but instead of like it's like love, it's about like aging and immortality instead. So I was trying to like see if these can be compatible stories in the same universe.
Mm.
So I think that's the hardest part for me is like, well, first of all, I'm like, where's the file? Like practically, I cannot find where I saved it. But also like, how do you rework a story? I'm always like, oh, this is the skill that I never practice is rewriting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because
But
I feel like some
mhm,
stories are like cool as ideas. Like, yeah, that's a cool
mhm,
idea, but
mhm.
then might not necessarily make a good story.
Yeah.
I've written down a lot of like ideas that pop into my head, and then I go back
Mhm.
and look at it, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Not so cool after all.
Yeah, I know. Plenty of that as well. I
Yeah,
remember like
Mhm.
I used to use Evernote, right? So
yeah.
I would like store stuff on it. And then recently,
Yeah.
cause I used Notion, and then they said import your Evernote. So
Oh, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
then like I had a like trip through like some memory lane, I guess, of old ideas and
Mhm.
random shit. Yeah, and I was like,
Were you like, wow? Oh,
also, I was like, oh, I used to think of so many ideas. Now I don't.
oh no. Well, that's your treasure chest of ideas to be pulled
Yeah.
out.
No, I mean, I still have plenty of ideas. Like I use Google Keep
Mhm.
now, so it's all stored there. But like,
Mhm.
I rarely go back to look at them. Like, I'll think of new
Yeah.
stuff instead. But yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, this recently happened to me too. I was talking to a friend and I realized, oh, that's actually her brother had written a book and it's on Amazon. I
Mhm.
had written like scraps of a review. I never finished it up. So I was like digging through my notes and I was like, oh, okay, this is what I wrote. And then I tried to clean it up. But then I thought, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run it through one of those like content writer tool things to like
Uh-huh.
make it more readable. And
Yeah.
and it said like pretty much it's completely unreadable. And I was
Ah,
like, oh no, I have to rewrite it. So now it's like instead of like, 12th grade and above or something like too high, it's like slightly downgraded, but still very messy. But then now I'm realizing that I could have done this so much sooner, but I have too many of these like really weird random scraps of drafts that like no, I no longer remember what I was trying to get at. And
Yeah.
then like, if I had sat down and like did it in 5 minutes back in the day, it was so much easier.
Hmm.
I say this now, but I'm like, oh, in the future I should do this, but I'm not sure if I would.
I mean, like the same thing with
Yeah.
songs as well. Like I'll find snippets of lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
and like I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel the same way now when I read them as I did when I wrote them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess because now you're in
I,
a different headspace, right? So
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are they too emo for current George?
No, nothing's too emo.
Oh.
Just like different point in time. Yeah.
I mean, it's like why like
You can be like Taylor
some
Swift and say it's a story of someone else.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Wink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now Kristen's story.
Oh, I thought I already sort of semi talked through my story. So it's a very, very short snippet of the same universe. I was trying to write from the villain's point of view, so that there's a little bit
I guess
more
because it lacks a bit of
background.
context.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It
Yeah.
has a lot of problems. So, but I can pick through like what I think the problems are. Um, just for the sake of learning, I guess.
Really
I
long
feel like
paragraph.
I know. Too long.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put a space here. Yeah, there, a little bit better.
Yeah.
I was trying to introduce tension by having someone be almost dying at the very end, but I realized it doesn't really make sense if you don't mention it from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like I'm not very good at coming up with scenes yet, like of something interesting in a flash. But then like coincidentally, I came across this Twitter thread of someone's real life story. It's the one by the sixth form poet.
Oh, right. Don't you
And
link?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I linked it in our chat, but I can do so again.
Yeah.
And an example of like a really good short story with a bunch of Twitter threads where every single sentence gave you a turn. And I was telling Singit that, oh yeah, this is an example of a good story. It's like you need a turn in every sentence. Wonder what happened to this person. I'm gonna click through their profile. Oh, they're a writer. Of course, that makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, do you experiment with writing short stories like this?
Maybe that should be our next prompt is a microfiction.
Yeah, can give it a shot.
I mean,
Plus, it will take less time.
Will
I
it?
know,
You
we're
don't
both
know
very
that.
busy. I know.
I don't know. I mean, my story's pretty short though.
Yeah. Mine's short too.
Yeah.
I think coming up with a two-sentence story, like the two-sentence horror type stuff, is really hard.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, like Instagram account, the short fiction one. I think he gets done like 3 or 4 sentences. That's pretty good. They're not always good though, but then like for the most part, like I think given how short they are, I think it's a really good job.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll try that for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Post on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a real Insta story.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So
Yeah, I
now-
see that you have a prompt on the hidden brain, placebo effect of branding. People perform better when. Oh wait, no, sorry, we skipped over Jordan's story.
Yeah.
I always do that.
It's so unremarkable.
No.
I think it's pretty good. Like it makes me want to like know what's going on. Like why is he there? Yeah, like where is he going? Why does he need to make this decision?
Could you tell I was like making it up as I wrote the story?
No, not really.
No.
Uh,
I don't think so.
okay, but yeah.
I mean, I think that's like I think that's one of the problems, right? When you overthink things and then you try to be clever about it, you know.
Yeah.
But then when you just make it out as you go, like I want to say like kind of evolves more naturally. Like all my prompts have been like on the spot, like I come up with it. Like I mean, I let it like just stay in my head for a few days.
Yeah.
But I don't like write it down and be like, okay, now this is gonna happen and now that's gonna happen. Yeah. But I think this only works for like short stories, so I don't think you can do a whole book
Yeah, of course not.
based out of your whole head. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say the one thing I'm a little confused by in the ending of the story is that like the girl says that she's also imaginary. And then the person said very funny. I thought that the person was saying, "Oh, you're joking. You're not imaginary." But then the ending, the person didn't seem very surprised. So I think that was one trip up for me. It's like I couldn't tell whether the main character was like shocked that she disappeared or whether he was like, "Oh wow, she disappeared."
Oh no, he wasn't shocked. As in, he knew. Like he's actually like
He knew.
talking to
Okay.
himself. Like
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So I felt like I leaned towards your interpretation, but I wasn't completely certain.
Oh okay, but yeah, I mean
Hmm.
that was the idea.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very good. I think for the amount, especially for the amount of effort we put in.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of want to talk about that on a meta level. Like, I feel like these few weeks have been like super slam for me. Like, obviously, Valheim sucking up a few hours earlier in the week was stupid, but like, I haven't played because I'm just like, oh my God, I'm digging myself into a deeper hole. But do you guys also feel like you're more busy than usual?
No lah. For me, it's always about the same.
Yeah, like, I'm always productive in churning out 30 articles a day. It's no difference.
I mean, for me, like I had a bit of downtime earlier in the year, like beginning of January,
Mm.
Early
and
in the year, it's
yeah,
only February.
I know, but like things
Wow.
are ramping up,
Time.
so like the
Mhm.
tournaments are like kicking in again, so there's a lot
No, I mean
more.
Mhm.
like with like your jobs, it's like it's a bit more dynamic than mine. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's not so predictable. Like for me, it's like oh, if it's news, I just write it.
Mm.
Mhm.
I mean, you would
Yeah, but
be like
yeah,
busy during like CES month, right, and stuff like that.
nah,
No.
it's not the
Okay.
same.
Yeah. Is everything
But anyway, like
so easy for you?
no, because like the like my working hours are like not Malaysian working hours.
Yeah.
So like the
Mhm.
time that I'm working is when people are like just getting out of bed or still sleeping.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so by the time I'm done for my with that part of the day, it's like I'm free to just do whatever I want already. You know,
Mhm.
Mhm.
yeah,
Do you think you're less distracted? Because I feel like
yeah,
I
for sure.
distract
Like
myself.
when I when I
Careful.
when when I wake up in like the mornings, like 6 o'clock, right? It's still
Mhm.
dark. Everything's so quiet. Like I feel like
Mhm.
that's when I'm really productive. But then like when it
Mm.
gets to like the second half of the day, and then
Mhm.
like my parents are up, and then they're asking me to do stuff. You know, to
Mhm.
cook dinner, and then yeah lah. So
Yeah.
then that's when it gets a bit tricky.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that when I was in Malaysia and had to work at like midnight to 3 a.m. or something crazy like that. Like, I remember feeling like, oh, I got done because there's nothing else to do but work.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I feel that way too. Like when I have some work
Mm-hmm.
to do, like for the during the regular hours, I'd be like procrastinating or like focusing on other stuff. And then like
Mm-hmm.
late at night when I'm not like gaming or like not doing anything, then I start working
Mm-hmm.
and like I get a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things done. Then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean I feel like it's not a good habit to have. Like I should be productive during the regular hours, but
No, I don't think you have to impose that on yourself.
no, I mean like eventually once this COVID thing's over and I have to start going back to office, like
Mm-hmm.
I will have to be productive, right, in the office. Yeah.
Do you? I feel like that what I miss about like the office is like water cooler and like all those unproductive things you do in the daytime that you don't actually get to do anymore.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't
Well,
know.
you got time to go tap out something, like you gotta
But I guess it's the
have more like
environment, like
chill
when
time.
when you're in the office, you're like, supposed to be,
Mm,
because there are people
true,
observing your behavior. Yeah.
true. And it's sort of like now you're stealing time from yourself by working late at night because you could be gaming at night if you want to instead.
Yeah, that is true. I could be spending more time on these prompts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like I'm trying to be better about not at least like not looking at Discord until a little bit later in the day
Yeah.
because I know I'm gonna be sucked in. Um,
Yeah, for me, like
yeah, and
I've cut down my like Reddit time by a lot already. I used
oh
to
yeah,
like spend a lot of time, like
me too,
especially
me
on
too.
the like mechanical keyboard subreddit. Now I hardly check it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel because I'm content with what I have, and like
Hmm.
yeah, not so eager to like look for things to spend money on anymore. Plus, my taste is a bit
Mhm.
niche, so like most other things
Yeah.
don't apply to me as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like I'm less tempted by like surfing websites too. That used to be also my thing, or watching YouTube videos. But lately, it's actually been like talking to friends. That's been my time suck.
Huh.
Where I'm like, oh, I want to chat with you, and blah blah blah, and it's kind of like my high school self, where I remember distinctly that I was able to like call everybody like all the time,
Yeah.
and had everyone's phone number memorized. I don't know how I did that.
I hardly remember phone numbers anymore. Like I only
I
have those
know.
that like were ingrained as a child, right? So my
Right,
family's
right.
contact.
And I remember like,
And everyone else I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
exactly.
I know Singhip's number.
Oh, wow. Emergency contact.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah. I remember the phone would get really hot, after a while.
Yeah.
Talking about it the whole time. Yeah. Actually, speaking of like talking on a phone and like high school stuff, so I installed Clubhouse. Oh, by the way, thanks for the invite. I got it to work. And I hopped on for like a hot second to be
Yeah.
like, okay, what's this? And you know who I saw on Clubhouse? Isabel Tay.
Oh really?
And I've
Oh,
not thought,
yeah, I
Yeah.
saw, yeah.
yeah,
I
I
mean-
mhm.
Like she became a DJ in Malaysia, so
I didn't know that. I mean,
Oh,
she's
okay.
always been so cool.
yeah.
And I'm like completely not shocked.
I mean, I haven't
but,
kept
like,
in
yeah,
touch with her, but yeah.
Me too. I remember that, like, I felt really bad when I saw her because I was like, oh no, like, she's totally someone who was, like, super nice to everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I remember she was one of those people who could be in any group
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah.
get along with everybody. But somehow I did not keep in touch with her at all. And then when I saw her, I was like, oh, wow. And I don't know. And then there's always some investing Clubhouse, like, talk
she
or
talking?
something. I don't. If you're featured like as a face, I think she was one of the speakers or
Okay.
something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, wow. And then I was like, wanted to be like, oh, but then I'm like too shy.
Hey, Isabel, remember me from school?
Exactly. I was like, oh, I don't want to be that person.
Oh, you were so
But
cool.
yeah. I mean, I do think she's so cool. I'll say that in public. Uh, yeah. So that was a blast to the past. But yeah, I think we should work out Clubhouse sometime. I think the working out these new tools is always so hard for us now as old people.
People are like,
Yeah.
wow, this podcast is going on almost a year. That's so cool. I wish I had a podcast like them.
People do say that, but I don't. When I tell some of my friends, it's like, oh, by the way, it's been a year, and they were like, wow, amazing.
We haven't grown at all.
I know exactly.
Well, we have one
You can,
loyal viewer, right, Edmund?
exactly. I think that's all to me. All I want. And also the funny thing is, like, before this started, I was like, oh, should we go on Clubhouse? And then Singip was like, oh no, but then us other people can watch us. And I was like, wow, that's the opposite of what we're trying to do here. Or maybe that is what we're trying to do, is just to do a podcast and tell nobody.
Yeah.
Like, that's our new mission. It's like, how do we
No,
get the
I mean, I
fewest
don't
number of
mind.
people
I don't
listening?
mind people watching us, but it's like more like after the fact, like after we're done,
Yeah.
and then they can watch the VOD.
Oh, so you
know?
don't like live stream?
No, I mean, well, I mean, okay lah. To be honest, I was a bit like a bit nervous when we did this the first time, right? Because I had like no idea who's gonna come watch, right? But after I realized that no one was watching, it became a lot easier.
Well, how do you feel now? Like after spending
yeah.
so long, are you more
Yeah,
confident?
I mean,
I
no, okay lah, no, cause I said like, after we did for a while, then I realized that no one's watching. Then I feel fine lah, cause I know, next week no one's gonna watch anyway, and the people who do watch are my friends, right? So no need to be shy around them,
I think.
But I mean, like,
That's how I
like
feel
when I
too.
say like we exploded and like we had like 1,000 people tuning in
Yeah.
at once, then I'll be like, oh shit,
I mean, to
Oh.
explode, we have to like cover something.
Yeah, that won't happen by accident. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll make one day one of our episodes will be like controversial for whatever reason.
Like we interview a criminal or something, I don't know.
I mean, that would
Well,
be
actually, it's an
interesting.
interesting series on YouTube by Singapore. It's a Singapore YouTube channel. think it's what our grandfather's story or something.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they
Mhm.
interview people that that you might be shy to ask them in real life about their issues.
Mm.
So like they interview people who are terminally ill, and then they interview people who have Alzheimer's, people who are convicted criminals,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
then they just ask them questions, like, like
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
you might be too shy to ask.
Okay.
So it's actually quite cool. It's actually quite a nice
Yeah,
series.
I really like that. It's kind
Mm.
of like Nobita in Japan. Ask the
Oh
tough
yeah.
question. Yeah. But that's how I feel about the internet nowadays, though. Like like the ones I get time like sucked into are much in more intimate spaces of like, a group of like 10 or fewer people rather than like super public places where it's like you're shouting into a public square. Like I don't want that. I want to be in an intimate friend group.
In a safe
Mm.
So
zone.
I think like exactly. And I guess that's what Clubhouse trying to do, but like I don't know. I don't really understand the mechanics of it yet.
It's
Yeah, safe
just
space. But yeah, I feel like Singap talks more like if I have actually if we have if I had the time, I can enter all the video data into machine learning and quantify the amount of time that Singap speaks, and I'm 100% sure it's been going up. So I'm really pleased about that.
yeah.
I thought you're gonna use
Mm.
machine learning to like mimic me. So like
Oh
I
yes,
don't have
also I would
to.
fake an entire Singap.
We should try fake an entire episode, and then we just
We
record a lip
should.
sync.
We don't
Well,
even
you
have to
can.
with the deepfake.
Yeah,
Oh right, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Mm.
it'd be like AIs chatting with each other.
That's kind of neat. I remember when people used to make the Furbies talk to each other.
Oh, well, people have been doing that with like the digital assistants, like asking Siri and
Yeah.
Alexa to chat with each other.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So, you had a topic here, the placebo effect of branding. People perform better when they think a product they use is a good brand.
Yeah.
It's from Hidden Brain, right?
Yeah. So it's like I mean it's just a podcast that I listen to called Hidden Brain, and they cover all sorts of topics I've like mentioned. I brought it up in the past a few times before. And so this one was about the power of brands and like
Hmm?
why people are so loyal to them and all. And one interesting experiment they spoke about on the episode was they gave like this like group of people some golf clubs that had no labels.
Mhm.
So half of them they told them that they were Nike golf clubs, and then the other half
Oh,
they didn't tell them at all. So they found
you
out
see where this is
those
going.
yeah, those who were told that they had Nike golf clubs like made the shots in less strokes than the ones who weren't told. And so it's like it's just like it shows how powerful like the placebo effect of branding is, to people.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's why all these like sports or like I mean a lot of fashion and all these things are like they sell because of how people feel when they wear or when they use those
Mm-hmm.
products. Like it gives them
Mm-hmm.
like this boost of confidence that it makes
Mm-hmm.
them perform better, and like they
Mm-hmm.
attribute it to the brand, and it's like a cycle. That's why people stay loyal to brands as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know. I
I
just
mean,
thought
that's
it was
what Apple. That's what Apple does with their
yeah, yeah.
products.
Even the episode brings up Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people like
Uh,
are like crazy Apple fans. It's
or like even like Starbucks.
yeah. I mean, like for
They try to
Apple,
sell it as
like
a
tech
lifestyle, not like
products. Yeah, no, I mean like for tech products, you don't see anyone else like claim to be like the biggest fan of, right? But it's always people shouting out about Apple. Like no one's
Mm-hmm.
saying like, oh yeah, I'm a Xiaomi fanboy or whatever. It's always either Apple or like people who are just brand agnostic, or even if they are
Mm-hmm.
brand loyal, they don't shout out about being like fans of that brand. Yeah, I don't know. It was just an interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
no, because I mean, okay lah. Maybe just for that Apple example,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because Apple like makes their products like so exclusive. Like, iOS is only for us. Like, you can't make a Xiaomi iOS, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when people buy like Android phones, they buy it for Android, not necessarily like they're a big Xiaomi or Samsung fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like within Android, I see like Android people shitting on each other too.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's like,
like-
oh my $500 Xiaomi does the same thing that your $1,000 Samsung does. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah. People just like measuring dicks, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, speaking of branding, did you know I was gonna transition? I was gonna transition.
Wait, but before that, like, are you
No.
loyal to any brands? Do you have a brand that you always trust?
Well, I do love New Wave coffee. This is a tiny drop.
I mean, what's not
I'm
to
just
love?
realizing it looks very inappropriate the way I do it. Just like randomly flash you guys. This is how we're gonna get to 1,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Yes, but yes, New Wave Coffee, our sponsorship. It's something I'm pretty loyal to. And in fact, I genuinely like it so much that I tell my friends about it sometimes even without a coupon code. Like, I only tell them because of the discount, but I feel like Greg, like Frontiero, the creator of New Wave Coffee, is a very genuine person,
Mm-hmm.
and that he's really trying to create a product that will help boost your creativity. And I feel like it's not only like the L-theanine in the coffee, like all the like physical benefits, but he also spends a lot of time featuring creatives. So like kind of like how Nike, speaking of branding, how Nike does like athlete sponsorships and featuring. He's trying to work within his network of like creative friends and trying to showcase like here's New Wave Coffee, but hey, check out my friend's pottery or things like that. Which I think it's and he's done so for our podcast as well.
Yeah.
So I think like that's an example of like, oh, you're building a business, but you're trying to not like just make money off people. You're actually trying to like help people showcase their own creativity. So highly recommend, and our link is somewhere on the screen.
Yeah, below.
I feel like
Point.
oh there. It's down there.
You know, like YouTubers, they're like, oh, click on the link above, and like.
I know, right? I was like, where do I point? Where do I point? But the thing is, like, I feel like, what if YouTube changes? You know how YouTube like took away cards? Like, I always felt like go to the link here. That's gonna change, I think, and it's gonna be like blank space in the future.
Did they take away
But yes,
cards?
I think they took away annotations. To be honest, maybe I misspoke. Maybe it's annotations I'm thinking of. But they always take away some random feature and then piss off creators.
That's Google, right?
Well, while you're Googling that, I'm gonna talk, about Singip's logo for us. Speaking of branding, so we chatted like last night because I was like, oh, I don't want to harangue you on the live stream again. That's no fun for anybody. And then he said, "Why don't you do it?" And I was like, "Oh, but I don't want to steal your thunder because it's your thing."
It's not
But I
my
was thinking
thing.
maybe-
It was like foisted on me.
Yeah, it was actually, and then I realized, we foisted on him anyway. So I don't know. In my time when I'm procrastinating my own package design for honeyritual.com, like maybe I'll work on the t-shirt logo for us. And then I'll show you guys and the viewers too before we commit to anything.
we want your feedback.
Exactly.
Everyone gets a
Maybe-
vote.
Yeah, maybe we'll draft 3 and then we can vote.
And Eamon gets a pick.
But actually, who's the person who's supposed to be good at this is George. So, like,
Me? No, I'm not a
you're the one who
designer.
actually went to school for art.
Yeah, I mean, I could come up with something random, I guess, but
Yeah.
But Singip has been practicing calligraphy, so.
But I only know like that one font, and that one font is like you could easily get a font for it on the computer already.
Which one? The brushy font? I don't know what it's called.
Wingdings.
It's like a variation of like what's it called? I think it's copper plate.
Oh, okay.
copper plate.
Oh, I'm not gonna use copper plate because I think that would look a little cheesy. But I'll look for
Yeah,
something
that's
that's a bit more
that's like
obscure.
that's the only one that I've been practicing with. So
Copper
Yeah, but
plate's
when you
fine.
do a real life version, it looks nice. But when you type it, I feel like it looks like it's overused, kind of like papyrus or something. You know, I'm not gonna do that to us. For Comic Sans.
We should make a copper plate with evening drama and
Mm.
copper plate.
Oh wow. Yeah. So that will appear sometime, perhaps for our. Actually, I thought today was 51, but actually today's 50. So we have 2 more episodes before our
Yeah, our 1 year
special
anniversary.
1 year anniversary bash.
Yeah.
We should wear a party hat.
we'll be giving away $10,000 to the lucky viewer.
Yeah. So make sure you tell all your friends to tune in.
Maybe 10,000 rupiah.
Like 10,000.
No,
Yeah.
no, we'll give out 10,000 if we get 10,000 viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like buying views.
Exactly. That's $1 per viewer.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot. But apparently you can buy Instagram viewers, like followers, for quite cheap.
Yeah.
It's like $5 for 1,000 or something. And I was like, what? That's so
But there's no
cheap.
point. But there's no point though, because
They don't do anything, right?
no, yeah, they don't really do anything, and advertisers look at engagement also. So if you have like
Mhm.
100,000 followers, but all your posts only
Mhm.
get like 2,000 likes or whatever, then obviously like something's wrong, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's why I told my co-founder. Like, there's no point. Other metrics won't go up. All right. Sorry, I have to go for my workout today. I'll let you guys continue to talk about rearranging your furniture.
Okay. Have a nice
All
day.
right. Have a good week, everyone.
Yeah.
See you.
Bye.
Have fun at gym.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, so I was like reading like tips to be more productive at home. And one of the suggestions was to rearrange your furniture in your house.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, makes you
You
feel like
think?
you're working. Well, I mean, for me, like it feels like it's new, right? So I
Mhm.
feel a bit more motivated because it's like novel, It's like, oh, it's
Okay.
new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass to do though.
You don't have to. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I
it
was
might not even
considering-
work for you.
Right, yeah, I
Imagine you
know.
move all your furniture and then like nothing happens.
I was thinking as well, I mean, like, I don't know, like, it could give me a new, like, breath of air, fresh air. Like a
I
new
think maybe
environment.
like cleaning up your desk might be a easier start.
But, like, I don't know, like, because my desk has all the stuff I need to do my things. Yeah.
Really?
Huh?
I don't know. It's like when you move from like a full size keyboard to 40%. Like
Mhm.
after that, you're like, oh yeah, I actually didn't really need dedicated arrow keys or numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you'll make do lah. Like, cause I mean, like you work. Let's say you work from home and then you work from the office, so you go back and forth. So you won't always have all your stuff with you, but then you still get things done anyway, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know, but.
It's like when I went from 2 monitors back to 1,
Uh-huh.
then I was thinking like, oh, it's gonna be like such a crippling experience.
Yeah.
But no lah. I mean, after a while, you get used to it.
Oh
And,
man, I don't know. I
like-
couldn't stand it when I had to go down to one monitor.
Yeah, I mean, it took some getting used to lah. Like, oh shit, I
Like,
can't watch like movies on one screen and do one on the other.
yeah.
Yeah, but then after a while, it's like, it's fine,
Oh.
I mean, we're human beings, we adapt. So.
Yeah, for sure, we adapt. I mean, that's the thing about humans. We can.
I mean,
survive.
anyway, like worst comes to worst, you find like it's very inconvenient not to have so much shit on your table.
Mhm.
Then you just put it back, lah.
Yeah.
But if you find like you can live with it, then it's like a win.
That's true. But like, honestly, there's like not much that I don't use on my table.
Like what?
I don't know, like everything I use, right? I have my drawing tablet, my keyboard, my mouse, and then I have.
You have
my...
all your keyboards there, right?
No, I only have 2 keyboards on my desk. The rest are on the shelf.
Oh, yeah, I should clear my shelf for my keyboard.
Yeah. Then like the rest is stuff that I do clear away, but you know it's not even interrupting my workspace. It's like out of the way.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I guess the thing about like rearranging my furniture is like it's gonna be a lot of work.
I mean, your room is so small though.
Yeah, I was
Like, I'm
thinking
not
of like
like I don't
turning
know how where you're gonna put certain things, right?
turning my table
Oh,
so that I sit facing the door, and then my bed.
well, okay lah. I mean, like for feng shui, they actually recommend that you don't sit with your back to the door.
Well, I mean, my door's on my left.
Uh, yeah, but I mean, like, it's still like kind of out of your sight, right?
So I should see my
Yeah.
door.
It's for like safety, you know, in case people like burst in and want to kill you. At least you can like see, you know.
That's okay. Can die, and then I'll be happy, cause I'll cease to exist.
But I don't know. I mean, sometimes I see all these people who have like put their desk right up against the window, so like the light, they're like looking out the window while they work.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually really nice. But then I can only assume that means like their back is to the door, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, you know, that's not so good then.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, like, you know, this fucking cupboard, I can't move at all. It's huge.
Oh,
Yeah, not sure actually.
is it movable or is it like built nailed to the wall?
No, it's movable, but there's like a fuck ton of stuff inside and outside, and it's
Oh.
fucking heavy. I mean, if I clear everything off, then it'll be movable, lah. But yeah. Where would I move
maybe
it
you can
to, you know?
push it like closer to like your main door lah, like so there's still space that your door can still open, but you have like a gap
it's
there so you can like fit a
already-
table.
As close to the door as possible.
Oh, I mean, I thought like that countertop thing with that towel can be moved, right?
Oh well, yeah, but like the door like goes until here, like right at the edge of like the door opens until here.
Yeah. So you move that, then you can move your cupboards to that edge.
And then like it's gonna be like a big gap on the other side. Like what would I do with that?
Oh, right. Okay.
Like I can't fit anything in there. Unless I
You
move
put a lamp
this
there.
one there. I already have
Yeah,
like,
you could.
bedside lamp thing. I don't know. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I'll consider it.
I decided I'm not buying dots.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Like, it's nice, but I don't know. Not really feeling it.
You should check out the Geek Art Triangle one. I think that one's quite nice.
Oh, someone did something similar before.
Yeah, I think that
I
one
forgot
was
who
just a
did it, though.
render or something. It was mentioned.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's quite cool, I mean, but they only have standard layout, so it doesn't work for me.
Oh, I'm waiting for Striker. You get Striker? You said you like 1 to 2 last time, right?
I wanted Masterpiece, but yeah, I didn't join either. I don't know. Probably not getting anything else anytime soon. Maybe
Oh.
Dancer Dasher. Yeah.
Maybe Masterpiece, the blue is nicer.
Yeah, it is. But I don't
It's
know. I
like
mean,
Space
those are
Cadet
just
blue.
renders. We haven't seen the real thing yet.
Is it not out yet?
No.
Really?
Yeah. GMK Masterpiece.
It was 2019, right? Oh no,
No.
Group Buy was last year, April.
Yeah.
Oh.
Estimated shipping time. Let's see.
I feel like every key set now comes with artisans.
Yeah. Q2 2021.
Wow.
So yeah.
Not even close.
I mean the blue, like if the Space Cadet blue comes out, Cat Space Cadet, like if the blue is accurate, it'll come out similar lah.
I don't know. I don't like cat. It's very smooth. Like the finish is like very silky smooth finish.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like it's not so nice to type on. Like it's like very slippery.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't tried yet. Yeah. But yeah, because I have the blue kit for Cat Space Cadet. So if it does come out, it'll look similar. Well, the colors at least, yeah. Alright. Any questions from the audience? Feel free to send us something. Edmund said sweet when we announced the 10K giveaway.
Oh. Let's see, 10,000 rupees to ringgit. That's 550 ringgit.
That's still a lot, dude.
It's still a lot of money. Yeah.
Who's gonna fork it out?
Especially if like Edmund's like the only guaranteed winner.
Have you started like calculating your taxes yet?
I haven't submit yet to the accountant.
We have until what, March, right? Or April?
No, end of June.
Oh, June. Yeah, well, I think I'll just get it done ASAP. When is dinner? Are we allowed? Is interstate travel lifted?
Inter-district? No, not yet.
Not yet. Edmund asked when is dinner.
No.
I'm okay anytime, man. Just let me know. Time and place. But they've been doing a lot of roadblocks,
There's like the day when I went to Tapao Chiang
Yeah.
I ran into two, right? One in Hatamas,
Oh, the fuck.
and then one when I I didn't tell you, right?
No.
And then another one when I hit Old Klang Road when I came down from Mid Valley, that bend.
Yeah. I encountered
Yeah.
that stretch. Them
Yeah.
dumb. Like,
But I mean, they didn't do
because-
anything lah. But then like it's like annoying.
Oh, yeah, no.
And then
it
I also don't know
causes jam.
like no, so like when like the Hatamas one they basically let everyone through lah. So I'm not even sure what the point was.
Okay.
But then like the Old Klang Road one when I reached like the cars were at standstill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought they're gonna like ask everybody like, oh, where are you going? What
Yeah.
are you doing here? You know?
Uh-huh.
But then after like the first car left, then like just let everyone through again. So I'm like, okay.
For me, like I encountered one, leaving the office that day, and then the same one on Old Klang Road as well.
On the same day, is it?
Yeah, same day.
I thought they were gone already. Cause when I was going back, I was going the opposite direction. I didn't see them.
I don't know. Maybe they were on break when you went back.
Oh,
Yeah, they were
maybe.
there. Cause I went to Prawn Me, then like I decided to take Old Klang Road to go back home instead of like driving through Taman Desa, and then
Oh,
I was stuck in the jam.
Yeah.
Oh well.
but anyway, now I thought they said they're increasing the fine to like 10,000 or something.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No. Good luck with that.
All right. According to the Star, inter-district, interstate travel ban likely to continue until at least 70% of population vaccinated.
That's until what? Mid-year? End of year? Not so soon, right?
I mean, depends how many people volunteer to get vaccinated lah. Assuming that everyone does,
yeah.
then I guess it'll be later this year lah. But if people
Yeah,
are still
later this
holding
year,
out, then
so it's still a while.
if people are still holding out, then maybe it's like next year before I get to see PJ and Selangor again.
That'll suck.
Oh, it's fine. I mean,
Oh, we can't see each
but
other.
I see you. What? You're in KL. What?
Yeah, but we can't see Edmund and Andrew.
Oh, who else lives in another district?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you guys better move to KL.
Yeah.
Alright, can call it a night. Thanks for another episode.
All right. See you.
See you, buddy. Take care. Ciao, everyone. Good night.